and just continuing down the path of no progress. By the time we're done with this, you're gonna take action and you're gonna start seeing results. Welcome to the Shape by Joseph channel. I help high-performing men get in the best shape of their lives without sacrificing their passion. And if that sounds like you, then this channel is built exactly for you. So now let's get right back into that thought, because this might be one of the most practically applicable things that I say all week. The reason most men can't stick to their training program isn't because of motivation. That comes and goes, but that is not the main reason. It's the fact that the program doesn't match their schedule. So in the next couple minutes, I'm gonna explain exactly how to schedule out your training program so it works for your life. No more guessing, no more stressing, no more starting over. Let's get into it. Here's what the fitness industry does to men. You see these training splits of these elite athletes and these top tier bodybuilders, and they're going 6-7 days and they're pushing 100% all out, and you're wondering, wow, I can't even get 3 days in right now regularly. How will I ever get the results that I want to see when I can't even do this? And so what happens? You either pull back and give up altogether, or you lock in and you try and hold yourself to this high standard that these elite athletes are holding themselves to, and you quickly fall off track because you burn yourself out and you think, wow, this really isn't attainable after all. Here's the truth. Most men don't need to split their workout into 6 days and hit each muscle group one at a time each of those days. It's overboard, it's not necessary. And the problem with that too is if you are a busy, high-performing man, then you don't have the time to do that. And so instead, we need to find something that actually fits with the structure of your schedule. Because when it fits the structure of your schedule, you show up for it. And when you show up for it, you consistently see results. Here's what overcomplicating your training is actually costing you. When you have this overcomplicated view, you either don't show up at all, or when you do, you show up half there and you push halfway and you never see what your body is actually capable of. Listen, I know what it's like to rebuild from ground zero. When I was recovering from my injury, I was at the lowest of lows, the bottom of it all, weaker than I had ever been in my entire life. All right, and from there, I had to rebuild. And it wasn't from overcomplicating things. It wasn't from holding these high standards and not recovering and not giving my body rest. It was from going to the basics, from pulling back, keeping it simple, slowly progressing with progressive overload, and it took me 3 years. But in those 3 years, I consistently grew and continue to consistently grow so that I get stronger and I put on more muscle and I take off more fat, and it continues to build, because when you actually show up, you see results. When you only show up halfway, you don't see the results. The bottom line is you don't need more program, you need more commitment to the program you have. So here's the framework. And I want you to actually do this. While I go over this, pull out your calendar, because by the time I'm done, I want you to have your training schedule blocked out. Because this is about action. This isn't just about watching a video, turning it off, and just continuing down the path of no progress. By the time we're done with this, you're gonna take action and you're gonna start seeing results. Because it doesn't matter how theoretically optimal something is. You could be doing the best training split in the world with the best exercises and isolating them in the best, most optimal ways. But if you hate it, or on top of that, if your schedule doesn't allow for it, then you're not gonna be doing it and you're not gonna see any progress. If you only have 3 days to get those lifts in during the week, then as you're starting out, I would recommend 3 full body days. Full body days get so much hate, and this is actually gonna be what's gonna help your schedule and help you stay consistent while you get into the gym. On top of that, it's gonna allow you to have more volume in your workouts. Now, what does that mean? It's going to allow you to hit different muscle groups more than just one time a week if you were just doing a split focused on 1 or 2 muscle groups during each day. A great way to do this would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It gives you rest in between and a little extra rest on the weekend. But it could also be split into any other way, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever it may be. It doesn't need to have a rest day in between, but especially if you're starting out, that's gonna be helpful, as you're gonna be a little more sore for the first 2 weeks. Now, if you have 4 days, now we're talking, we can do an upper-lower split. You're gonna go upper, lower, and repeat. This allows you to hit each muscle group multiple times throughout the week without feeling like you're living in the gym. And then finally, if you have 5 days that you could be in the gym, then what we can move to is a push-pull legs with an upper-lower split. So you'll go first 3 days, push day. Then the next day, all pulling movements. Final day from that part is your leg day. And then we'll go to an upper body day and then another lower body day, and it's gonna allow you to get a ton of volume. Now, one thing you wanna make sure is that you are recovering and then you watch the fatigue because it will build up, and so your recovery really matters when you're training at that volume. Now, here's what you're gonna do, because Shape by Joseph is all about action, not procrastinating, not coping. We are taking action. And so what I want you to do, if you haven't done it yet, is pull out your calendar, and I want you to find what days you have to train in the gym. Do you have 3 days? Do you have 4 days? Do you have the 5 days? And from that, I want you to pick that and select a 45-minute to an hour time slot that you're gonna treat like a meeting, because it is a meeting. It's a meeting with your health. It's a meeting with the person that you wanna become. And so in that moment, you're gonna treat it like you would any other work meeting, and you're gonna schedule it out, you're gonna plan it, and you're gonna show up for it when it's time. And once you're there, keep it simple. Don't show up to the gym with a list of 47 different exercises that you plan on hitting. We're gonna do it here, we're gonna do it there, we're gonna run over there. That is not gonna work. It's gonna be too much. You're gonna burn out almost instantly, if not the second day, maybe the third. And so you need to keep it simple. Focus on compound movements: push, pull, squat, hinge. These are moves that are gonna use so many different parts of your body, different muscles, and get you the best bang for your buck in the time that you have. By blocking out those times in your schedule and showing up to the gym with intention, you're gonna have a great workout. And that's the kind of workout that is gonna build the man that you're trying to become. Stop waiting for the perfect program, because that's not what's actually gonna get you results. Listen carefully. The man who trains consistently with a simple program is going to outperform the man who trains perfectly in theory and barely in practice. It's time to stop putting it off. It's time to stop looking for this theoretical perfection, optimal program. And instead, it's time to start today. No more procrastinating. Take action. I'll see you in the next video.